Hola besties, it's Kay here, and oh my gosh, I have a feeling that we haven't seen each other since 2 to 3 months, which technically is not true. I know that I have been uploading videos, but there have not been as many, and I'm sorry for that. But right now life is a little bit a lot, so I'm trying to maintain the channel and I'm trying to keep track on the daily business. So I really hope I can find a golden middle here, because I still would love to produce a lot of content for you. And today we're here to speak about one interesting cozy game, which I'm not sure actually I can call cozy for me, or as cozy as others prefer to call it. And this game is The Summer in Mara. Well, first of all, if you wanted to get The Summer of Mara and after this review you're like, I'm not really sure I do want it, I encourage you to still get the demo version. If there is a demo version of the game, always get it. Like, it's part of the game for free. It's a chance to check whether this game is really something for you or not, so I recommend to always use it. So even if after this video you feel like maybe it's not exactly what I was looking for, try it and make your own decision. But let's first take a look at the game and make our grading process later, if I can say so. Let's get into business. The Summer in Mara is a farming simulator, I would call it like this, with a lot of quests on your way. And it tells you about a girl who is living on the island with some kind of weird creature of a grandmother, I would say. They like live together in the house, and she teaches you, and you are this girl, she teaches you how to play in the game, how to do the farming, how to do everything. Like, farming will be a very big part of what you do in this game. So if farming is not for you, then I probably wouldn't recommend to get it, because for me farming was too big part of this game. Like, you have to cook, you have to farm, you have to do this and that, and you know me and you know my tastes in the games. If I'm being pushed to do something, this is something I would try to avoid. I really like a natural flow in the cozy game, because they are called cozy for a reason. Anyway, you're this little girl, Koa, who is traveling around the island and is exploring the ocean. And meanwhile, you're farming, you're crafting, and you are solving a little puzzles. Maybe a lot, actually a lot. I heard and I read a couple of articles saying that there are different opinions on this one. Some say that there are too little puzzles, and even more that they are all the same, like, you know, they have the same mechanic of solving. Or others say that there are way too many and they are looking for answers in the internet. And you know me, I hate when I have to Google something for a game. This frustrates the hell out of me, and mostly I just leave the games be if this happens to me more than 1 or 2 times. Anyway, what I really found super cute in this game is the graphics, or exactly the trailers. And you also know my opinion on the trailers that don't show you the real game, or show you the game in a better perspective, which I know is technically fine, because they need to sell you the game and they need to make the game as attractive as possible. But there is something wrong for me in this. Like, I would have loved to see more how the game looks in action, and maybe it was just me being me and not Googling enough, and maybe I should have watched for more Let's Play videos. But when I downloaded the game, it came out to be a little Yonder-like. You know me and my 5 raging videos where I speak about Yonder the cloud catcher, but in this case it was not the amount of tasks that frustrated me, but the graphics. Like, for me it was way too rookie, I would say. I know this is not an appropriate way to describe this, but it looked like it was not completely done for me. Like, for me it was missing some details, it was not as smooth as I would have loved it to be, and it was, like, in general not as beautiful as I imagined it to be, and it's of course not as detailed and as beautiful as the small illustrations that they put with the dialogues and everything. And yeah, in general, I was disappointed to find out that this was not exactly what was promised to me, which is totally fine because I got the demo version, so I didn't lose any money, but still it was number one when I was like, I really don't like the direction it goes, but let's see what it is. Another moment for me is that, like, I don't know what about you, but for me a cozy game and a cozy atmosphere is usually something fall-like and these orangey yellowish colors and the general atmosphere. This one takes place in summer, like an ocean, beach vibes and sand in your hair and, like, you know, there's salt in the air and everything. That was not exactly what I would describe as cozy. It was very relaxing, yes. It is very beautiful, no questions asked. It is very incredibly beautiful, and it makes you feel the smells and feel the tastes of the ocean. And I started missing my vacation days a lot and understanding that I kind of need this kind of beach vacation, but in this case, it made the game less cozy for me. I don't know why, but I just couldn't get into this. The farming aspect was not as well made as I would have expected it to. Everything just looked so unfinished for me. I think that this is a style or aesthetic that I just don't get. Like, you know, overly simplified everything. It's very hard to say. But what I definitely could tell that it is not something I would like. In general, the game is cool, but like the small things are what brings me out of the purchase screen when talking about the summer in Mara. Storyline. In the demo version, you just have access to a little like starter storyline where the things start to unwrap, so I cannot speak for more. But the beginning also felt very slow paced, and like the girl's mother, let's call it. It was weird to call this creature a mother, but apparently she was adopted and dropped there as a kid. Anyway, the girl's caregiver leaves on a ship to do something, to do her adult stuff work, and you spend the whole time alone. And this is also something I didn't really like. Like, I like to interact in the games, and this is why I like well, flowers so much. Here am I promising that the video will be without mentioning wildflowers, and I can't, we both know. And yeah, anyway, I hadn't had any interaction, which is also not as cool for me. I felt very left alone. Maybe it was done on purpose as well, but I was just, I don't know, bored. I really can't say that I was bored in the first chapter, and this is why I never purchased it again. Since we are reviewing the games from the rookie and newbie perspective, I always mention the controllers, and this is something where I can definitely say that this game is very much beginner friendly and very self-explanatory when it comes to controllers. It was very easy to run and do things, and self-explaining as well, so this is something where I cannot complain at all. And maybe this is what made the whole thing very, very boring, like the absence of a proper storyline, the absence of interaction, the graphics, and the very easy controllers. I mean, I don't want things to be very hard because, yeah, still beginner, but also oversimplifying things is something that can kick you out of a game. I have been mentioned in a couple of very cheap games for 1 or 2 years where you cannot really do anything but jump and run. So I don't know, there was something missing in every stage of the game for me. And yeah, this is something that made me say no to Mara. The sounds is also something I usually mention while reviewing any game, and the sounds are also amazing. Like, I loved this atmosphere. Like, they made you feel like you are on an island, and since this is exactly where the game takes part, I think it is very well made. So here again, no complaints. The soundtrack is very cute, the sounds are very realistic, so I kind of like that, but unfortunately, this could not save the game for me. All in all, the game is okay for 5 euros maybe. Like, if it was on sale for €4.99, I maybe would have bought it. and at the end wouldn't have played it as well, because I don't know, I just can't. But I just think that the full price is way too much for this product. The half price in sale is still kind of a little bit too much, but if you are looking for exactly this summer-like game, and right now it's summer in some of the countries, like I know that different hemispheres are working differently. Wait, geography here. Anyway, I know that summer is approaching, and maybe you are in a mood for some summer vacation vibes, and then it would be a thing for you. But for me, it was just a lot of no's against maybe 2 or 3 yes. And then again, we can compare it to other farming simulators, of course, to Animal Crossing. And Animal Crossing is so much more. Like, everything is well done and everything is finished here. And let's take the Wildflowers, which is right now still my favorite cozy game. And there everything is finished, and they are releasing updates. And in the Summer of Mara, the original version, the physical copy, is 35 euros, I think, like compared to 24.99 for Wildflowers, and I think around 60 for Animal Crossing. This is just a big no for me. Like, Wildflowers releases updates, free updates every now and then. Animal Crossing has an add-on. Yes, you have to pay for it, but the add-on is like 30 euros, so still like not as much. And in these games you receive much more and you get much more from your money than in this game. So yeah, 20 euros for the summer in Mara, and 25 euros or 30 euros for other cozy games. It's a no towards Mara. And I know, I cannot judge the game by the demo version, because there is probably so much more into this game, but it's just a no for me. If the game is ever in sale for 5 euros, like 70% sale, I would consider getting it. I will probably even bookmark it, because I would just be interested to make a comparison, you know, like a more advanced video after I have played more than just the demo version, and prove myself wrong maybe, or maybe prove myself right and say like, okay, this was exactly not what I was looking for, and I should have believed my gut feeling. Have you played the Summer in Mara, and what do you think about this game? Do you like it, or did you also skip while watching the releases and while watching the sale stuff when you saw it? Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you in my next videos. Bye babes!